Living alone as we get older can feel like a big challenge, but it doesn't have to be scary or lonely. Many people think that living by yourself means you're at risk or that you might not be safe. That's not always true. In fact, lots of seniors live happily and confidently on their own every day. The key is knowing how to keep yourself safe, healthy, and connected. It's about having simple habits and making small changes that help you feel strong and in control of your life. Whether you're already living alone or thinking about it in the future, it's normal to have questions or worries. What if something happens and no one is there? How do I stay steady and healthy? How can I avoid feeling isolated? These are real concerns, and you're not alone in thinking about them. That's why I want to share some clear, practical tips that heart doctors, senior care experts, and older people themselves use to stay safe and steady at home. These aren't complicated or hard to follow. They are easy steps that can make a big difference in your daily life and your peace of mind. Before we jump in, I'd love to hear from you. Where are you watching from? Drop your city or state in the comments. I always enjoy hearing from folks across the country. 1. Establish a daily check-in routine. See, living by yourself doesn't mean you have to give up your independence or privacy. It just means having a little system in place so someone knows you're okay each day. Think about it like this. What if one morning you don't feel well, or you forget to take your medicine, or maybe you have a little stumble and no one notices? That's when a daily check-in can really help. It doesn't have to be complicated. It could be a quick phone call, a text message, or even something like opening your curtain or turning on a light at the same time every day so a neighbor knows you're up. Some communities have buddy systems where neighbors just check in with a friendly wave or a quick hello from a distance. It takes less than a minute, but it means a lot. There are also phone apps and services designed to make this easier. Some will alert a family member or friend if you don't check in by a certain time. Others can even detect falls and automatically send help. It's not about giving up control, it's about building a safety net that works quietly behind the scenes. I know many seniors who do this every day, and it gives them and their families peace of mind. Take Harold, for example, an 82-year-old man who still lives in his own home. Every morning, he sends a simple, "Good morning," text to his niece. If she doesn't hear from him by 10 a.m., she calls to check in. Most days, everything is fine, but they both feel better knowing someone is looking out for him in a gentle, respectful way. Starting a daily check-in routine can feel like a small thing, but it's really powerful. It keeps you connected, lets others know you're okay, and helps catch problems early before they become emergencies. If you don't already have something like this, consider setting it up now. It's a wise step towards staying safe and independent. 2. Fallproof your home environment. Let's move on to something that can truly change how safe you feel every day: fallproofing your home. You might be surprised to learn that most serious injuries for older adults happen right inside the house, not outside. It's often not because someone is fragile but because the home isn't set up to match changes in balance, vision, or strength that happen naturally with age. Think about your living space. Rugs that slide, cords stretched across walkways, furniture that's a bit too low or too high, and light switches that are hard to reach. All these small things can cause a fall. It's easy to overlook them because you've lived with your home for so long. But even one small slip can lead to serious injury, like a broken hip or a head injury, and it might take months to recover. Take Carol's story. She's 77 and loved hosting church gatherings in her living room. One winter evening, she stepped on a rug that had curled up at the edge without noticing it. She lost her balance and broke her hip. That fall changed her life. She spent 5 months recovering and couldn't drive afterward. It all happened in just a few seconds. Fallproofing your home isn't just about adding grab bars in the bathroom. It's about making your entire space work with your body, not against it. That means making sure your hallways and rooms are well lit but without harsh glare, keeping walkways clear, and placing everyday items like dishes, towels, and medications within easy reach, not on high shelves or deep in cabinets. Also, what you wear matters. Many seniors walk around in socks or slippers without grip, which can be slippery. Instead, choose house shoes with rubber soles. Your feet and balance will thank you. Bathrooms are especially risky, so adding non-slip mats inside and outside the tub, installing sturdy grab bars near the toilet and shower, and using a bath bench if balance is a concern can make a big difference. You might think, I'm still healthy, I don't need to do all this yet. But the truth is, fall-proofing is something you do to prevent falls before they happen, not after. 3. Conduct regular self-health check-ins. One of the most important things you can do when living alone is to stay aware of your own health and how you're feeling each day. This isn't just about going to the doctor once a year, it's about paying attention to your body and mind regularly so you can catch small changes before they turn into bigger problems. Many people don't notice when their memory starts slipping a little or when they feel a bit off balance until something serious happens. For example, if you find yourself forgetting words more often, feeling dizzy sometimes, or sleeping a lot but still waking up tired, these might be quiet signs that your body or brain needs attention. Let me tell you about Bill. He was 81 and lived alone just fine for years. But over time, he started leaving the stove on or putting the keys in strange places. His neighbor smelled burnt food one day and realized Bill needed help. By then, Bill had entered the early stages of dementia. If he or someone around him had noticed the early signs, it could have made a big difference. One simple way to stay in tune with yourself is to keep a weekly journal or checklist. Every Sunday morning, sit down with a cup of coffee and ask yourself a few questions. Did I sleep well this week? Did I eat regular meals and feel full? Did I have enough energy to do my usual activities? Did I notice any pain, dizziness, or swelling? Did I feel more anxious or down than usual? If any of these answers make you pause, it might be time to talk to your doctor or someone you trust. Also, watch for changes in your appetite or weight. Skipping meals or losing weight without trying can be signs of health or emotional issues like depression. Since no one else is there every day to notice, it's up to you to spot these patterns. Getting to know your body like this isn't about worrying, it's about giving yourself power and control. When you pay attention to how you feel, you can catch problems early, feel more confident, and make smarter choices about your health. 4. Design a safe and reachable home. Now, let's talk about making your home a safe and comfortable place where you can move around easily and without worry. Over time, small things in your home can become hazards if they're not adjusted to fit how your body changes. Often, these little things aren't noticed because you've gotten used to them, but your body may not be able to handle them as well as before. Imagine walking through your house as if you were a guest who has trouble walking or balancing. What would they trip over? What might make them pause or feel unsure? That's what you want to fix. A cluttered hallway, a loose rug, or a drawer that sticks can make life harder and less safe. Linda, a 76-year-old woman, lived alone and kept a tidy house, but she hadn't updated it in years. One morning, her slippers had no grip and she caught her toe on the corner of a rug that flipped up just enough to cause her to fall hard. No one found her for hours. That familiar rug nearly cost her her independence. Here are some easy ways to improve your space. First, simplify. Remove cords across walkways, get rid of mats or carpets that slide, and clear out extra furniture that makes moving around difficult. Your home doesn't have to be empty, but moving through it should never feel tricky. Second, lower and lighten the things you use most. If you're reaching up high every day for dishes or stepping on a chair to get towels, it's time to move those items down to waist or shoulder level. Consider using lightweight dishes and easy open containers so it's easier on your hands and arms. Third, good lighting is essential. Our eyes don't adjust to darkness like they used to. Installing motion sensor night lights in hallways, bathrooms, and kitchens helps you see clearly without fumbling for switches. And every set of stairs, no matter how short, should be well lit from top to bottom. Fourth, make sure you have phones in more than one room so you're never far from help if you need it. Emergency buttons, medical alert watches, or fall detection devices can be lifesavers. Using them isn't a sign of weakness, it's a smart way to protect your dignity and independence. Finally, bathrooms need special attention. Grab bars, non-slip mats, and a sturdy shower seat make a big difference in preventing falls and helping you feel secure. 5. Build strong emotional and social connections. Living alone doesn't have to mean feeling lonely, but it's important to recognize that emotional isolation can quietly creep in. Sometimes, it's not about being physically alone but about not feeling seen, needed, or connected. When life slows down after years of busy days filled with work, family, and community, those long quiet hours can start to weigh heavily on your heart and mind. Take Gerald's story. He's 82 and has been living alone since his wife passed away. He still cooks for himself, walks to the park, and shops regularly. But inside, he felt invisible. He once told me, "I could disappear for a week and nobody would know." That feeling is more common than you might think, and it's a real risk for your mental and emotional health. The good news is you don't have to become someone you're not or join every club in town to feel connected again. It's about small, meaningful connections that fit your life. Start with regular check-ins, a weekly call with a niece or a daily chat with a neighbor. These don't have to be long or deep conversations, just a simple way to feel remembered. Volunteering is another way to stay involved, even from home. Reading stories to children over video calls, knitting for local shelters, or answering questions in online community groups can give you a sense of purpose and usefulness. And if moving around is tough, online communities and Zoom meetups tailored for seniors offer chances to connect over hobbies like gardening or classic movies. Many older adults find comfort in having a pet. A calm dog or cat can bring routine, companionship, and even reasons to stay active. Studies even show that watching fish swim can lower blood pressure and ease anxiety. Finally, check out your local senior centers or community programs. They often provide rides, social events, and meal deliveries, and the human contact that comes with these services can be one of the greatest gifts. Remember, loneliness isn't just an emotion, it's a health risk. The remedy is not always more people, it's more consistent connection and small ways to feel seen and valued every day. 6. Adopt an emergency-ready mindset and systems. The last important step is having an emergency-ready mindset and setting up simple systems to protect yourself when unexpected things happen. Living alone means being prepared, not scared. It's about thinking ahead so a small problem doesn't turn into a crisis. Falls are the most common emergencies for older adults. Having non-slip mats in the bathroom, grab bars near the toilet and shower, well-lit hallways, and clear walking paths can help prevent falls. These may seem small, but they're often life-saving. Medical alert devices have come a long way. Many look like regular watches and can detect a fall automatically, even if you can't press a button. Using one isn't a sign of weakness, it shows you're wise and ready for surprises. Keep a printed list of emergency contacts, medications, allergies, and your doctor's info on the fridge or another visible place. Emergency responders check there first and it can speak for you if you can't. It's also smart to keep a few days' supply of non-perishable food and bottled water at home for times when weather or illness keeps you inside. Include a flashlight, extra batteries, and a backup phone charger in your emergency kit. Having a trusted neighbor or friend who agrees to check on you if you haven't been seen for a few days is one of the simplest but most powerful safety nets. Most importantly, cultivate a calm mindset that says, "I've thought this through. I'm prepared." That peace of mind helps you stay clear-headed and strong if something ever does go wrong. That's all the main tips. Here's a warm closing to wrap things up for your audience. Living alone as you get older can feel challenging, but it's also a chance to take control of your life in a way that suits you best. With simple habits like daily check-ins, making your home safer, paying attention to your health, staying connected with others, and preparing for emergencies, you can live a life that's not only safe but full of dignity and peace. Remember, It's not about avoiding every risk, it's about living wisely with the strength you already have. You've faced many challenges before, adapted, and survived. That same resilience is still with you now, maybe even stronger. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I'd love to hear from you. Please leave a comment sharing one thing you learned today or how you plan to use these tips. Your thoughts inspire others and help build a supportive community here. If you found this helpful, please like, subscribe, and share with others who might benefit. Your support means a lot and helps us keep making content just for you. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.